Welcome back, everyone. Toyshiz here, and I am back yet again to give you guys another fresh look. And today, we are totally checking out two of the brand new DC Multiverse figures by McFarlane Toys, specifically Elainna Grayson, or Batwoman Beyond Unmasked. And then we have the new Infinite Frontier Robin, Damian Wayne. The Batwoman Unmasked is basically just Terry McGinnis's accessories with now Batwoman, and she has a nice Elainna Grayson head sculpt. And here is the barcode for her. Then you have the Infinite Frontier Robin. This is of the new comic books. And he actually looks pretty cool. I got to give it to him. I walked into Walmart, just as a heads up, and Elainna Grayson was $15.88. Damian was $17.99, so the prices were all over the place. I know you can go online and get them for around the same pricing too. So yeah, just as a heads up, there are some newer figures hitting as well. Haven't come across them yet, but hey, these are two of the newest ones. So in either case, this is going to be fun. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice hot cup of coffee. This is a look at the brand new McFarlane Toys' DC Multiverse, Infinite Frontier Robin, and Batwoman Unmasked. And while I got all you DC Multiverses here, I just want to say thanks so much for always checking out my videos. If you haven't already, please do consider subscribing. Old toys, new toys, daily news updates. I guarantee you'll find something here that you like. Now let's kick it off with Batwoman Beyond. And again, I'm a huge fan of Batman Beyond. I like the idea of Batwoman Beyond in action figure form. We'll say that. The story is okay. Like I said, you get the same exact accessories. So you get the boot thrusters, you get the trigger holding batarang holding hands, and you get the Terry McGinnis classic batarang, right? So that looks pretty cool. For the head sculpt, this is what sold me on the figure. Seeing her in stores, I'm like, that's a really nice looking head portrait for Elainna Grayson. And I think it does the artwork justice. Even saying I think it looks better than the artwork in some cases. But as I'll reiterate time and time again, if McFarlane Toys does yet another Batwoman Beyond, have her be in Dick Grayson's blue colors. That would be really cool. She takes up the mantle of Batwoman Beyond and takes on Dick Grayson's blue costume. But yeah, Elainna Grayson looks pretty fantastic. It has a lot of that oily residue from the factory, specifically all over the wings, and they were in some of the joints too, but it was a lot. But it's the same exact figure. And yes, just to reiterate, I am of those people as well that think that yeah, from time to time it would be nice to just put an extra head portrait in there so you don't have to buy two different figures, right? But the wings work, it's the same exact articulation, everything looks good on the figure. I'm very happy with it overall. I think the head portrait really sells it in that sense. And then you have the boot thrusters, and you got the batarang, which she holds nicely, right? Even though she's got trigger holding hands. You got the boot thrusters. This is one of those figures where I'm going to tell you all day, unless you're a big fan of Batman Beyond, Batwoman Beyond, any of this kind of futuristic mumbo jumbo, she might be a pass, right? But for me, I like the figure, again, like Batman Beyond. So it's going to leave it up to you in that sense, but you are getting a nice figure regardless. And then for the Infinite Frontier Robin. Now, for Damian Wayne, really not a huge fan of Damian Wayne at all, but I really like this costume. He comes with a sword. Damian Wayne always comes with swords. It's like the Joker and crowbars. The sword isn't painted all that great, especially on the handle, and unfortunately, if you put it in his hand, it kind of rubs the red paint off his gloves. Just an FYI. But that sculpt for Damian Wayne, Robin, is solid. I love the look of the costume. They really captured the look of his mask. That is specifically from the comic books, where the domino mask does not come together. It's like two different pieces, basically. I really like that. He looks like he walked straight out of the comic book cover. So, in terms of recreating the source material, the cape is awesome. The textures on the costume is awesome. I like the reds and the greens. Sometimes in the artwork, they leave out the green shoelaces. I don't mind it. I mean, it gives little hints and nods to Robin. And in some instances, yeah, the paint gets a little sloppy here and there on this guy. Not too critical, but in either case, yeah, I really like the way this figure looks. That's a great look for Damian, I have to tell you. Complete with the D on the belt buckle. That's comics for you, right? What's his name? You just say Damian Wayne, right? And of course, the belt buckle. I mean, it's just so comic booky. But yeah, you get nice head articulation, right? He'll look to and fro, look up and down. Not much of an ab crunch. He's got that overlay, which is nice, it works, but it doesn't really do anything, right? He's got double jointed elbows, which works really nicely. He does have butterfly joints. The cape is going to kind of hinder the arms if you want to put them all the way up. He will kick out, kick off to the side, of course. And he actually has double jointed knees. The first Damian Wayne Robin only had single, it looked like he had double jointed, but he only had single jointed. So I like that they put that in there. That actually looks pretty cool. Well, then of course with the feet, you do get those annoying rockers, ball joints that they have. It surprisingly was easier to kind of move them around and make them work. It's not the same with all figures. And then you got that really mind-blowing toe articulation right there that McFarlane's been doing for years. And yeah, Toy Biz, right? I like the tennis shoes, right? That's a nice little touch. It just adds to it. He's 14 years old. He's having a good time. He's beating up people. It's a very fun Robin costume, but I think in terms of Robin being Robin, it befits Damian Wayne a whole heck of a lot more than the classic Robin colors. And if you're wondering in terms of scalature, you have Terry McGinnis and you have Elainna Grayson. I would love to have an unmasked Terry McGinnis figure. That would be kind of cool. Or just a Terry McGinnis in general. And of course, here's how she stacks up with, say, Barbara Gordon, right? So it is nice to have yet another female figure on the shelf. So definitely grab her. And then you have Damian Wayne with Damian Wayne. And like I said, this is the first introduction. He's like a smarmy little, you know what? I like this version of Damian better. He's having fun. He's more adventurous. He's still cocky. And then you have all these Robins here. And yes, I know this is Bruce Wayne, but it kind of fits in terms of the whole Damian kind of thing. Here's Damian mixed up with a bunch of different Batmans that McFarlane has done. So we'll say they haven't really done the exact Batman that would fit with this particular Damian just yet. This one's pretty close, even though it's got the wrong bat symbol, but it just depends on the artist drawing Batman. I think this actually works the best. And in terms of Batman the White Knight, and you have Batwoman Beyond, if you haven't already, Sean Gordon Murphy has his third volume out, right? Batman Beyond White Knight. It's pretty solid so far. That's a killer look for Terry McGinnis's Batman Beyond. McFarlane Toys, make the heck out of that figure. Do more Sean Gordon Murphy figures because you really nail it the first time around. So all in all, two solid figures. Maybe Elainna Grayson is like, yeah, unless you're a big fan, pass. But I'd tell you all day, I definitely dig that Robin. That's a solid look for Damian Wayne. And also for those interested, there is an unmasked Damian Wayne. Again, going in terms of Elainna Grayson, unmasked, that whole thing. So if the unmasked situation is your thing, yeah, you can go and pick him up as well. So that's really going to wrap it up for my look at the brand new McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse, Infinite Frontier Robin, and Batwoman Unmasked. And stay tuned. I'll have some more figures coming down the pipeline, right? We'll probably have Wally West and various other figures coming out. Hopefully that new Blight. I'm interested in him. I like the look of that character, but I'm really looking forward to Blackest Night and a whole heck of a lot of figures that McFarlane just keeps pumping them out, but I like that they're really kind of separated out. Like one or two here and there, maybe once a week, once every 3 weeks. That's a nice schedule in terms of looking at stuff. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, remember, yeah, get some blue going on that Batwoman Beyond. I think that would look pretty dang good. And when you do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.